Yeah, man. I told y'all, man. 2026, the one and only DJ Chase. I'm back. I'm here. You know this, man. Foot on the next, man. A lot of interviews, a lot of dope content. But before we get started with my guy Triple T, the boss, I gotta pay the bills. So first and foremost, let's get into that. Download that DJ Chase radio mobile app, man. iPhone, Android. Download that DJ Chase radio mobile app, man. And get in touch with, get it locked in with DJ Chase radio content. The official website coming soon, rapmarkets.com. Podcast directory, use the promo code DJ Chase to get 10% off your order. Get in touch with the hottest podcast as well. And Groover, the last one, the hottest platform to get in touch with playlist curators. Get real feedback from real people, not bots. But today, we got the one and only, like I said, I want to ask you real quick before I get into the Triple T. Are you from Memphis or where you from, brother?
I'm originally from Greenville, Mississippi,
Mississippi,
but I
gotcha.
live I live in Memphis.
Yeah, love it, love it. So which one you would call more home, Memphis or Mississippi?
Well, Memphis is home to me right now. But
Yeah, yeah.
like I say, my original birthplace, where I was born and raised, there
Mm.
was Greenville, Mississippi, in the heart of the Delta.
Yeah, yeah, love it, for sure, for sure. So before we get started, man, you're an artist, a boss, you know what I'm saying? You've been putting in work for a long time. And, like I said, I really want to get into a lot of game that you have because, there's a lot of misinformation that artists are getting on the internet, you know what I'm saying? So first I want to talk about your background a little bit. So you kind of touched on it a little bit. So how was growing up in Mississippi, Greenville, Mississippi for you? Like, how was that experience? And how was that? Because, it's the deep South. I'm a New Yorker, so I don't really know too much about the deep South unless we, read about it on books and stuff like that. So, what was like the deep South Mississippi for you?
It was actually beautiful, man. That was around the time where, kids actually outside, playing basketball, playing football, you know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Riding their bikes up the street, you know what I'm saying? We actually outside having fun,
yeah,
playing having tournament games, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
So it was beautiful, man. And I grew up around some wise people, man. So
Yeah.
yeah, man, I loved it, man. I wouldn't change it for nothing.
Love it, man. And with that being said, were you like in sport? The South. You guys are known for sports, football. You know what I'm saying? Basketball. Did you play sports growing up?
Oh yeah. I played football in junior high, from junior high to high school.
Love it, man. Love it, man. And who did you listen to growing up in that part of Mississippi? Like I said, I think only rapper I know, coming from New York, was David Banner. Who did you listen to growing up?
Definitely David Bell because he's one of the, being from Mississippi, he's one of the people that's from Mississippi that we look up to
Mm,
and that actually made it and actually built a career and actually did some, great things, you know what I'm saying, in
mm,
the industry and in the movie scene, the whole
mm,
nine. So he set a great example for a
mm.
lot of us.
Love it, man. And like, what made you decide to be a musician? You know what I'm saying? Because also too, you have some really great colleges down here as well too. What made you, what I'm saying, veer off into music?
Well, me being born and raised in the Mississippi Delta, that's where blues was born, soul music.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
I grew up around a lot of that. So, me taking heed to, I fell in love with music at a young age, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm
Mm,
around it all the time.
mm,
But, the blues is more like an older genre, but it got me to like music. So I chose rapping instead.
yeah, yeah. Love it, man. And what I'm saying, as far as like being a rapper and things like that, like what is like, because. Like I said, we the South is completely different on independent. It's built on independence. You know what I'm saying? Did you always
Right.
say, you know what, that you wanted to uh did you focus more on like being independent, or did you say, you know what, I'm gonna shoot my shot and try to go like a New York or L.A. or Miami or Atlanta to get put on, I guess, to a major system?
I mean, I always, felt like, however it come, man, as long as I, get the job done and get the one I need to go. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? I mean, I'm willing to sign a deal. I'm willing to do it
yeah,
independent. I mean,
yeah.
however it come.
Yeah, yeah, love it, love it. And you were doing music, I would say probably before streaming in a little sense. You know what I'm saying? You got like the right when
Yeah.
streaming started. What made you
Mhm.
like, how do you feel about the change? Like, cause Mississippi is like the trunk, selling out the trunk, box Chevy, and you know what I'm saying? We ride Chevys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what
Yeah.
made you kind of switch up to, how do you feel about streaming? Like how do you feel about like coming from that into streaming?
Um, On one hand, it gives you, it opens more opportunity up for you.
Mm-hmm.
As an artist, you know what I'm saying, you get more opportunity to be heard, and you know what I'm saying, and actually build a fan base and build your music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But on another hand, the physical contact I used to be is pretty much gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, the hand to hand combat, I buy the CD, you give it to me,
Mm-hmm.
those were the days where, you can, politic with people, you meeting people, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You in different places. By you doing hand to hand combat,
Mm-hmm.
you building an even stronger fan base. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do. I totally agree. And what is like, what is like the music scene as somebody like me, like I said, who's not from the deep south, and you know what I'm saying. 'Cause I consider Mississippi definitely deep south. What would somebody like me expect as far as the music scene? Like, how was the music scene in Mississippi?
It's the music's, it's a lot of talent here. It's
Mm,
just Mississippi, we don't have the exposure other places.
okay,
But
got you.
once we get that exposure and that light that we need, Mississippi will be another Atlanta, another Texas, another
Mm,
Florida, you know what I'm
mm,
saying? Another
yeah,
Cali, another New York, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Because we're a mixture of all kinds, you know what I'm saying? People from New
Mm,
York, Florida, pretty much anywhere in the United States. Every family got some type of roots in Mississippi.
yep, 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 for sure, for sure. And I do want to ask as well too. Like, now, what made you transition to Memphis? Like, how'd you end up in Memphis?
Memphis is like a second home.
Mm-hmm.
It's Mississippi and Tennessee is cousin states. And
Yeah,
Greenville is actually like an hour and a half from Memphis,
yeah.
but
Okay.
you actually can cross the street and be in Mississippi, and cross the street again, you'll be back in Tennessee.
That's crazy. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Now, Memphis is, that's the music mecca. You know what I'm saying? Stack Records and
Oh
Deuces
yeah. Oh
Mafia.
yeah.
Memphis is, that's where it's at. I actually want to go to Memphis myself.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying, dude? Like, now the one of the things I always talk about is the music education with my show, and how is the scene like getting shows, and because New Yorkers, they feel like they ain't got to pay. I do admit that New York feel people like they don't want to pay for shows, but in the South, you guys pay for shows. You guys actually get booked on the road, and get paid shows and things like that. What advice would you have anyone like just trying to book a show, like any artist that wants to learn how to start building their fan base and booking paid shows?
Well, I mean, that's the grind. You know what I'm saying? That's the grind.
Mm-hmm.
You have to get on stage, because people want to see you. They want to see your performance. They hear your music, but they want to see you live in action. You know what I'm saying? So you got to grind. You know what I'm saying? You got to get it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
booking shows, that builds your fan base. You get new fans because you know no telling who might pull up at your show.
Yeah, 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 for sure, man. And I wanted to ask you something. I was reading up on you too. That you was with a label, and unfortunately, the gentleman had got arrested and locked up. How was that transition? I guess I'm not sure of the situation, but I'm very sure you lost a lot of music and things like that. How was that transition, and how did that make you stronger as an artist?
Well, when that situation happened, I pretty much I went on a hiatus for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I locked in, and I said to myself, man, you need to study and figure the business side out.
Mm-hmm.
So this won't happen again, because he had full control over my music. And once he went to jail, it was
Mm-hmm.
over.
Mm-hmm. Got you, got you.
So,
Yeah,
for that not to happen again, I studied, I've
mm-hmm.
learned the business side, you know what I'm saying, and figured out everything I need to know to
Yeah,
proceed forward and make sure that that
yeah.
won't happen again.
For sure, for sure. And like I said, I really want to touch on the situation as well. But in 2015, you also had, a kind of a traumatic experience as well. And it
Yes,
was a
sir.
kind of incarcerated, for defending yourself. You know what I'm saying? It was
Yes,
crazy.
sir.
How did that motivate you to grind and to really figure it out? You know what I'm saying?
Man, when I'm going through a situation like that, man, when you facing the rest of your life behind bars, and you end up going behind bars, but realizing and being around a lot of people that's never going home, and realizing, man, you was just in a situation where you possibly could have never made it home.
Mm,
Now it's time to get right.
yeah. Yeah,
Cause
for sure,
God
for
ain't
sure.
gonna give you, God ain't gonna keep giving you second chances. You gotta
Yeah, man.
take this chance,
Mm.
and you gotta do what you gotta do. Get you
Yeah.
together.
For sure, man. And like I said, there's a lot of you never know, and I say that to say Triple T, like you never know who you inspire. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't
Yes,
I don't
sir.
really promote negativity, but I say things and ask questions that you never know who you inspire. And
Right.
I've noticed you also, you like I said, you work with Boozy, Yo Gotti, Gucci Man. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as those type of features and as far as those type of situations, did that motivate you as well to say, you know what, I've made it? You know what I'm saying? Or do you feel like, you know what, there's still somewhere that you feel like you have to get to in a sense?
I'm still working. Man, where I'm trying to go, I'm. It's just the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just the beginning.
yeah,
Where I'm headed to, where my vision, at my focus, my
yeah.
aim, where I plan to, land. I'm just getting started. I got a lot of work to do, and man, I'm pushing. I'm pushing.
Love it, man. And you know what I'm saying? Because I always ask, like I said, I make myself so conversational. We just be talking. You know what I'm saying? But I want to talk about some music for a second, my brother. With that being said, what
Okay.
producers you working with right now? Let's show love to the producers. What producers you working with right now?
DJ Squeaky at the moment.
Mm,
He's like my number one main engineer producer right now.
yeah, love it, love
But
it.
I also worked with Heartbeats from Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Mm,
He's a multi-platinum producer that's down there.
mm,
Um, I worked with him. The last track I recorded actually, which is called Heartbeats. It's going to be released on the one on the 22nd of this month.
yeah. That's
I
actually
actually bought.
yeah, Triple T. Not to cut you off. That's actually the record that I got for you. That we gonna talk about that in a second. That's actually the record
Oh
I
yeah,
received.
oh
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
oh
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
That was hard. I bought that track from Heartbeats. I was
Yeah,
planning on recording it at his studio, but I didn't have time to make it to his studio. So
yeah,
Squeaky ended up recording and mixing
yeah,
and mastering it for me.
yeah, yeah.
But it turned out to be a banger now.
Yeah, yeah, love it, love it. And something that actually kind of got me my attention with you as well, Triple T, is that you actually have a website. Most rappers don't have a
Yes, sir.
website. I've been on your website for this, for this all week trying to like get questions and ideas and what gave you that business acumen? Because like I said, most artists be like, check out my gram. But
Uh,
you're the first artist that I've actually interviewed that has a website. What made you get that?
like you say, most artists is, they try to direct you to their website, to their social medias, the platforms they music on.
Yeah,
Me taking that hiatus and studying the business side, that was one of the main business perspectives I wanted to stick with.
yeah, yeah,
Get my
yeah.
own website so I can drive traffic to my website and it'll take people directly to all my content, social media pages, where my platforms, my music on, videos, the whole nine. It's all in one place. You don't have to scout or go search for it.
Yeah, yeah, I love it. Cause like I said, when you be artist, I'm like, bro, do something different. Like sell direct to consumer, man. Like,
Yep.
you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like I said, it was so professional to me, and I was so intrigued. I've been looking at it for like I said, the last week. I'm like, yo, when they your PR sent me over, I'm like, okay, he got a website, he working. You know what I'm saying? Very that shows that you taking your business serious. You feel me?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For
Yes, sir.
sure,
And
for
I
sure.
appreciate that too, fam. I appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah. And another thing I also too, I've been bumping Groovy. That I'm not saying the put
Oh,
down.
yeah.
Excuse me, the put down. That beat is fire. Like that's the real Memphis that draw that 808 heavy bass record. What inspired that record?
That was actually the first record I had recorded when I first came home from prison in 2024. I
Mm,
released it in on my birthday, which is November the 1st,
mm,
2024. But
mm.
that was the first song I recorded and released since I had been home.
Nice, nice. That record is fire. Like I rock with that. Yeah. Put the put down is that beat is hard. That beat is fire. I'm a producer, so
I
I'm a fan of the beats. You know what I'm saying? And do you like the
appreciate that,
yeah, yeah,
man.
yeah, for sure. And do you like the stage better or do you like the studio better?
A little bit of both. A little
Mm,
bit of both. Both, both will give you a different feel, a different aspect. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
In the booth is more personal.
Yeah.
But on the stage is more, you know what I'm saying? You get to see and feel the reaction that your music gets.
Yeah, yeah, love it, love it. And I want to ask you this real quick question, trivia question, right? Is it to be better? Is it better to be feared, or is it better to be trusted?
Better to be trusted.
Got you. Is it better to be feared or is it better to be loved?
Love.
Got you. So with that being said, heartbeats, right? I want to ask about this record right quick, right? So it has a very soulful draw, very slowed down record, man. What inspired heartbeats, brother?
It is actually me telling my story, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and asking the number one question.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been through this? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know or understand what I went through.
Mm-hmm.
So in this record, I'm explaining to the world
Mm-hmm.
exactly, detail by detail,
Mm-hmm.
what happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Real life situations, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Everything facts.
Yeah. Love it. And Boss Money Gang Entertainment, is that your label, my brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For sure. You sign an artist, it's just you just rocking right now, just a distribution, just putting it out there for yourself.
I actually picked up an artist, which is my little cousin. I
Mm-hmm.
just picked him up like a few months ago. So I'm working on building his fan base and getting him
Mm-hmm.
established as an official artist.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm pushing, you know what I'm saying, pushing myself, you know what I'm saying. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I'm actually looking for artists, you know what I'm saying. I'm looking to work with artists, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. And you want to come get with the gang, come sign with the label, baby.
Yeah, love it, love it. Triple T, the boss, man. And before we get out of here, I want to ask you: is there a tour coming, and is there a full project coming? Because you got a lot of singles, but when that full
Yes,
project
sir.
coming?
I might have a full project coming on down the road, but I have a single being released on the 22nd of this month, which is Labor Day. Another one being released the 4th of July. And another one in September. I have to look at the dates again, but I have a few. Pretty much all this month I'll be dropping singles, and by next year I'll be dropping a whole project.
All right, there we go. Well, we got something.
Yes, sir.
For
Yes,
sure, for
sir.
sure. And Triple T, the boss, man. I want to say first and foremost, thank you for coming on the platform. My very last question today is, like I said, you have a lot of life knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Even if it may not
Yes, sir.
sometimes always be whatever it is, whatever knowledge you have, but life knowledge is only thing that's gonna get you through this life. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
with
sir.
that being said, what is one piece of advice that you would give anyone, any youngster, anyone trying to get into the music business today? What is one piece of advice that you would give them?
Never give up. Never give up. It may look bad, it may look impossible, but all you have to do is believe in you, and it's gonna happen. Just keep pushing. Keep pushing.
Yeah, yeah. Love it, love it. Once again, man, Triple T, the boss Don. Where can they find you? Where can they get in touch with you? Send you beats, features, feature inquiries. Where can they get in touch with you, my brother?
I got a website, tripletotheboss.com. If you want to tap in, man, just hit me on that. It take you straight to my social medias. You can message me, you can take me to my videos, all my content. Got new music on the way. Let's get it, baby.
You
Let's
know what it
get
is,
it.
man. Love it, love it. Once again, man, WDJC, DJ Chase Radio, Triple T, the boss. Memphis, Tennessee, Mississippi. You know the vibes. His new single, Heartbeats, dropping May 22nd, but I got the exclusive, so you can't get that song coming out May 22nd. You know this, man. DJChaseRadio.com. Download that DJ Chase Radio app on your iPhone, your Android for exclusive DJ Chase content. About the Town, Mo Baby, DJ Chase Radio merch, Spotify podcast, Apple podcast, and YouTube DJ Chase TV. And we are out of here. Yeah.
Yeah.